What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another highly combustible reaction. We're doing something a little bit unconventional. We're starting with part 3. 3 ways Dutch meetings are different. Part 3. We've got them in a certain order from the requester, so that's the order that we're going. I know that there's 2 other ones before 3. Part 3 can't come up without parts 1 or 2, so we will check them out. Let's jump into it. Greg Shapiro doing what Greg Shapiro does. This one says Dutch cuisine. Let's see what we got. No idea what we're getting into. We know a lot of Dutch cuisine, though, but I have a feeling he's going to do it a little differently. But he is sporting an orange tie, though.
How Dutch meetings are different, part 3.
Ready,
Dutch
set,
cuisine.
go.
This week on United States of Europe, meet the new hosts of the European presidency, the Dutch. And as you can see from all the billboards and banners behind me, or at least you could see the banners before they took them all down. In classic fashion, the Dutch government has announced it's best not to be seen spending too much money on this whole EU presidency affair, and that brings us to the third way that Dutch meetings are different: cuisine. Now, cuisine can play a pivotal role at international events. Compare the climate summits in Denmark and France. In 2009, the Danish hosts simply locked the delegates in a room and said, "You're not coming out until you reach a deal." There was no deal.
That's one way to do it.
In Paris 2015, even as the final negotiations were underway, the French hosts called a break for a warm lunch of coffee, croissant, chocolat, and the resulting climate agreement was the most successful ever. Then the Dutch welcomed EU officials to an opening ceremony in Amsterdam, and hopefully they also served the classic mini croquettes, which the Dutch insist on calling bitterballs.
We talk about bitter balls all the time in the Discord.
Classic mini croquettes, which the Dutch insist on calling bitterballs. The term bitter refers...
Hey, don't be out there getting all butthurt. Everyone's okay when it was somebody talking stuff about about a different country, but it's hilarious. It's satire. Let's go.
Not to the flavor, but
maybe satire with a little bit of
the way foreign dignitaries feel when presented with deep-fried gravy. The warm exterior masks what is always a scalding hot inside, so that inevitably you burn your tongue in the first 10 seconds. And after that, they can serve any number of crappy follow-ups, from liverwurst to pickled onions.
Yeah, I'm not eating none of that. I'm not eating no liverwurst. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is. Look at it. Nobody knows what it is. Let's just be honest. Nobody knows what that is.
And after that, they can serve any number of crappy follow-ups, from liverwurst to pickled onions. Describe them as delicious, and you'll just have to take their word for it.
You do have to take their word for it.
Meanwhile, here's what the average Dutch worker thinks of a simple peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Peanut butter jelly.
That's disgusting.
Then, of course, there's Dutch lunch, which is a lot like Brussels lunch, except there's no warm food, no alcohol, and no dessert.
There it is, down to the bare essentials, bread and cheese. That's a staple food of the whole everybody that's in the Discord. It's a staple food. Everyone always eats bread and cheese.
Many an international business deal has gone wrong because of those Dutch Calvinistic roots, reminding us all not to take any joy in anything. And now that EU delegates are in the Netherlands demanding more budget for the refugee crisis, thank goodness there's Dutch catering, which is the equivalent of turning out your pockets to show everyone they're empty. Let's hope the 2016 Dutch EU presidency will still be a success with lots of international agreements. And to that end, let's all raise a tall glass of buttermilk.
No! That's about how long it takes to drink buttermilk. He's gonna gag. I'm good, but I gag too. Stop drinking it. Spit it out, Greg Shapiro. Definitely get over. Show Greg Shapiro all the love in the world if you enjoyed it. Hey, it's all fun and games. Nobody out there been getting butt hurt. Then you know what? It's probably going to offend more Americans than it does Dutchies anyway, though. Smash the like button if you liked it. The dislike button, but I won't believe you. Till the next one, I'm Combustible. You guys be happy, healthy, safe. Enjoy your bitter balls. I love you to the moon and back. Peace.